So we're going into Azure CLI with a deeper dive in Azure Data Factory. So here we are. We're just doing the same thing from before, just running a simple bash script, which we will be looking at within the terminal. So here we went over this in the last video, which the Azure, AZ account show table. This just shows our subscriptions at AZ Data Factory list. We just want to see all of our actual Azure Data Factories. So here we now are just confirming it exists. And now let's go ahead and list the pipelines. Then let's go into the actual command that we want to show today. So essentially, this shows the pipeline, right? And then we're going to actually look at what type of activities, what type of output, what type of data sets are within it. So we can put that within this JSON here. And let's take a deeper look into this. So here is what we're actually looking at. We're looking at these validation, get metadata, get file, if condition, and we're able to see all of these things within this JSON. Let's take a quick look into that. Let's just say validation, right? So you can see everything you need to know at the timeout, the actual data set within it, and so forth with all these other things. So you can see column count, exist, size. Of course, this becomes very useful if you need to quickly reference what you're actually working on. We can see if your true activities, which is just simply what we see within here, the copy population, delete source. You can see it here also. And now you can give this to AI, which responds obviously much better to JSON than it would to a UI. And then send email with false. There it is. Now, essentially this just does a quick count, tells you how much is there. And this is if you just want to see specific data within your terminal. Again, same data here, but gets more specific. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description for the repository so you can use it yourself, give it to AI, and shape it to the way you need this script. So then here's another command here. So essentially, this shows the pipeline COVID, right? Or shows the data factory name, then shows you have to reference a subscription. Then this is what essentially the meat of it. So query parameters, JSON. So essentially, this just gives you the parameter here. You go here, and there you go. Same exact data. Next one, same thing, except with variables being the only difference. And now, let's say we want to query our data sets. Here's what we have here. DS population raw GZ, DS population raw TSV. So let's go ahead and look inside there. But basically, again, it's just the metadata. So your gzip optimal. There you go. But now you can very quickly reference what is inside a pipeline.